Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Jak and Daxter to Precursor Legacy for the Sony PlayStation 2 again. In the last video, we explored all of Rock Village, and we got everything we could. That's a word. And on top of that, we also explored all of the Precursor Basin and got everything we could. We did far more exploring and getting things in the Precursor Basin than we did in the Rock Village, which we actually did 2 videos ago when it came down to the exploration. But we finished that in the Precursor Basin off in all of 20-something minutes last time around. And now we're going to go somewhere else, and that somewhere else is directly ahead of us, which is that lost Precursor City. We are going to do things. We're going to have some fun exploring that Precursor City. That was the monster that the hero from this village was talking about throwing boulders, in case you're wondering what that splash was. And now we are going to head down to the Precursor City. So just get on this button, you'll make your way down. Alright. Do we have... Well, we only have the one door, so we might as well go in. Don't touch those, they hurt. Don't touch the water when it's lit up. It also hurts. You will get shocked. And now it's time to jump on this while it's traveling and get ourselves some orbs. There's a thing over there. I want to wait for it. Alright. Make sure we use our shadow to ensure that we get on the platforms like we should. That would definitely help. I also want to get my hands on as much green eco as possible, and then get on this button. And it's a good thing we managed to get that blue eco and get over here in time, because it makes it a lot easier to open this up. And we can always use this button to get back. Thankfully, I'm not too altogether worried. It's easier to long jump on the way back. Also, there's that enemy there. Ow. I thought I could knock him into the water. That apparently was not the case. And now I have only 1 hit left. But at least we have our hands on one of the 7 scout flyers for this level. Alright. I need to get back on the platform. And then we need to carefully make our way above this game. Camera, what are you doing? And I need to be careful here. Make sure this thing doesn't get me. Make sure it's not puffed up like that, so that way I can hit it. And then I'm gonna get on this platform and then ponder my next move. Seems there's... well, there's that. Let's go ahead and get that. Really not much else to this room. So, we're just going to use the platforms here to get on top here. And we need to be careful. Can't believe I managed to pull that off. And get across the water and get those orbs without shocking myself. Here's another scout flyer. Definitely want to get my hands on it. And this guy's apparently just going to wait for me. That's fine. And that was weird. Didn't expect to land on that guy.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get changed back now?
You could also say something about the camera angle there, but, well, it's too late for that now. Let's get this normally and then try to drop down. Really. Can't even do this right now. I sent the guy through the wall, apparently. Okay. Did not expect to do that. You know, he'll never bother us again. So let's just go ahead and be careful as we make our way here. Can't believe I lost a hit point already. And let us get over to this room. Here's where we're going to have some fun. So I forgot to talk about these platforms. You stand on one, the other rotates, and you use that to your advantage to get to where you need to go. Which is a cool thing that you can do. Well, there is a way to get back, as you can see. So while I could play with the platforms now, there is something that we can do. Let me get back on this platform. Let us get back on here. And from here, I'm going to get to where that scout flyer is, because there is another compartment full of precursor orbs that I can take advantage of. Assuming I can get to it. I got to it. I can take advantage of it. And thanks to the Blue Eco, I was able to easily open that box so I could get the third scout flyer while getting all those orbs. Thankfully, we can always use this rising platform that's on the Steam to get back onto the little platforms right here, which definitely remind me of the 3D Gex games, especially the second one. I know Dex Deep Cover Gecko had quite a few of these kinds of platforms, especially in the res stages. But anyway, we're going to have some fun with these platforms. When you approach these buttons, pay attention to where the platforms go. Or rather, where the pipes in the wall go. They'll lead the platforms. And speaking of platforms, the one that we just passed by is where this scout flyer will be.
Quick! Follow that pipe!
And we will definitely follow that pipe. That will allow us to get the scout flyer that came out of the green pipe. And now I'm going to position the platforms again, so that way I can more easily get to that platform right there, because as you can see, that's where the contents of the blue tube will pop out. And from here, we can easily make our way over to here and get our fifth scout flyer. And number 6 is going to be right there. But we need to get past those moving platforms. Once we hit the button with the diving fist attack, like we always have with the others, we can now carefully make our way to here. Sorry about the brief silence. I had to concentrate. As long as you're quick, but also careful, those platforms shouldn't give you that much trouble. You can't rush getting there at all, or else you're going to have to go all the way back and you're going to have to start again. The platforms have now escaped us, but that's okay. That gives us a reason to go down here and get some more things. We'll get that power cell eventually. I still have a few precursor orbs to collect, and I will definitely collect them. That reminds me, I still have a power cell to get from the Oracle. Well, I can definitely get it now. And from here, I can now get around somewhere and get that power cell. I just need to wait on the water. Alright. We have another power cell, and we have a couple of precursor orbs here. We're going to use the platforms here. Make sure you're not on the platforms when they're wiggling back and forth, so that way you don't get dropped into the void of dark eco below. And from here, we should be able to go over there next. Watch out for these things that are spinning around. You've got these lurkers spinning around in these little spiky cages. You want to wait for them to stop, and then you want to double jump and get above them, and then hit square to destroy them from above. By doing that, you'll be able to get rid of them, and I had the feeling there was one more. I just couldn't see the guy. Sometimes you will see whirlpools in the water, especially around here. The whirlpools dissipate. They just kind of move you around a little bit, and they can be a bit of a pain to deal with. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. You may have to jump your way across the water here just to ensure that you get through without getting shocked. And here we are. Are you gonna come my way? Yes, you are. Well, that made things a lot easier. And now we need to jump from one platform to another without hitting one twice. If we can do that, we can get that door over there opened. And I messed up. I thought I could make that jump. I couldn't. You can start anywhere you want. There's really no preferences to where you start. But you want to make sure that you can get to the last platform easily. Once you light all these things up,
I think we have to switch on all those platforms or something.
yes, Daxter, we know. Thankfully, I can easily fix this. You want to be able to get to this one, or one near in particular last, and you need to be able to get to the orb without landing on another platform or landing in the water. If you land in the water at any time, as you noticed earlier, you will have to restart this. But if you know what you're doing, you'll be able to get this power cell. And now the platforms here will not be a problem. So, we need to get back on this platform. Get back over here. We're going to wait on the water again. I'm going to wait for the water to stop coursing electricity through itself. And then somehow manage to get back over there. And this little pool here, that basically clues you in on how these little vortexes work. These little fans that just move the water around. And I can't believe I made that long jump. Alright. Want to be careful taking these two guys down, as always. I'm going to get myself an extra hit point because I was down to 1 hit point for the longest time. And from here, we're going to hit this switch. And we need to get over here quickly. As soon as you regain control, you better be ready to get on those platforms. As for getting back, barely made it. Of course, you can also long jump from here, or rather to here, from the edge of the middle platform. And now we're going to slide down here. I may miss stuff. Let's see how this goes. I didn't miss anything. Cool. That means I don't have to start that whole part over. And I was trying not to be hit by you. That's unfortunate. Now we're going to have to deal with having to run around with only 1 hit point again as I do everything. That's not fun for anyone. Also, there are 5 of these things in all. And there's the last one. And apparently I was too slow. Or not. But by getting into the blue eco vent and jumping into all 5 of these things with blue eco coursing through our body, we can open up this hatch. And by doing so, we can get in here, hit the button with a diving attack, and then bring this, I guess it's a capsule of some sort, all the way to the surface.
Wow! You raised a piece of the underwater ruins to the surface. It seems you can use eco in ways we've never seen before. A power cell surfaced with the room. Climb up there and get it.
And that's what we will do. Or rather, what we've already done. Now I'm going to make my way back to the top. Well, that's one way to get back. I could also have gone down the platforms over there, but well, I managed to make a lucky drop down from the top of this thing. And by hitting the button again, we'll be able to head back to the Precursor City. And these things have apparently respawned. Fun. Especially since I was needing the health anyway. And apparently you don't need to wait for these things to stop in order to hit them with a diving fist. But it helps. And now, I need to stay away from these things first of all. Especially while I have the low health. Thankfully, this guy can't drop down and get me. Alright. And I have reached 20 minutes. Good. I might as well go ahead and take this back to Rock Village. Reason I'm doing this is because I want to get that other Oracle Orb. Or Power Cell, actually. So, I'm going to get out of here. And then, can I do it this way? I can. Making sure. I mean, that was the shallower part of the water there with the rocks that we can easily see at the bottom. So, yeah, the lurker shark couldn't get to us. And from here, I'm going to go back to the Oracle. Still have just the 2 hits, but that's okay. Not like we're going to need the health just to get back over here. And let's trade for that power cell.
For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
And there we have it. We now have everything in the village, and we are now up to 54%. How are we doing for Lost Precursor City? Well, we almost have all the scout flyers. Or scout flies, as the game calls them. I still keep calling them scout flyers for some reason, just out of habit. I've already reached the 20-minute limit, but I just have the one left to look for there. I've already saved my game. And I have everything that I need, or everything that I can get my hands on. My question is, with the capsule in the water on the surface, with the game saved, will it show back up? Or will I have to go back over there the hard way when it comes time to return to the Precursor City? Well, we're gonna find out as soon as we get back over there. So let's get back over there. And hey, it actually saves it the memory. That's good. So I can take that back to where I left off, which will make things a little easier. That's real good. Especially because we're not done with the Lost Precursor City yet. But at least we're at 50% again. And in 9 videos, too. So, join me next time where we go back to the Lost Precursor City. And we get everything else. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. And thanks for watching.